Hi Leo, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another Love Bite. Leo, let's see what are the messages for you now. And a warm welcome back to all my subscribers. Welcome in newcomers. Alright, Spirit, what does Leo need to know now? Messages for Leo and their person. Alright, 3 cards for the first person. 10 of Wands, King of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. Second person, 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, mutual energies, 6 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Bottom of my deck, I have the 3 of Swords in reverse. Somebody's healed themselves. It's like, yeah, you know what, I was really heartbroken, but I'm letting the burden go. I'm dropping this connection. I was dealing with somebody who was never emotionally available to me. They were always playing hot and cold. My God, this person had an ego. It was always their way or the highway. I'm done here. I'm done, and I'm healing my own broken heart. The other person, they actually do want to work things out with the other person. Maybe they want to take some action, or they could be worried that, or they could be wondering actually why the other person has blocked them off. Do they have another person? Are they, seeing somebody else, or are they having passion with somebody else, or like what is going on? They're very interested to know why the other person has taken back their power. So they are spying and trying to figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to first clarify all these cards and do your mutual energies. But before that, Leo, let's start with some dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. Leo and that person, Spirit. Leo and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Leo and their person, Spirit. Let's take a few more from another deck. Leo and their person, Spirit. All right. And a few more from a third deck as well, Leo. And then we'll start the reading. Leo and their person, Spirit. Leo and their person. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Leo, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here, Leo, says, I don't like to admit it, but I could really use your help right now. I'm struggling to do everything alone. I enjoy dating and keeping things casual as I'm not wanting to settle down. Whether together or apart, I feel a prisoner of your heart. You're all I want, my everything. I don't want to be free, for we are chained together in love. I know that it's in our destiny to be together. We are to be united in mission to serve God's plan to spread love and light in this world. Our combined gifts are important. Okay. I sweat out the stress. I'm struggling to distract myself. I'm still healing. You just would not understand what I'm going through. Most days I don't even understand. I feel stuck. This is not the way I wanted things to end. I wish I could go back in time. I made a mistake. All right, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating with your storyline, Leo, let's start the reading. Let's start with focusing on the first line, which is the first person, person A for me, and newcomers. The second line I'll be addressing as person B. You could be either one of them, right? And these are not gender-based. All right, so person A, how are you doing right now? What's the 10 of Wands in reverse for you? Yeah, person A says, I've seen through all their games. I'm stronger than ever before. I've pulled out my sword. I'm protecting my energy. I'm cutting this person away from my life. This was too much of a burden to carry. I've given up on this. I'm done here. Right? Yeah, they've made up their mind. Person A says, I've made my decisions now. This is over. I'm done here, I'm given up. Somewhere they feel that the person who they were dealing with was maybe very not very good in their communication, or maybe they were never opening up their emotions, or always playing hot and cold with them, or keeping them emotionally stuck in a situation. See, this is the kind of person A says I was dealing with. Somebody who was always like, it's my way or the highway, or I know better and you're not good enough, or it's like one person having the power and saying, I'm the boss. So person A says, I'm done with this bad behavior. Same card again, Five of Swords. So I think person A is kind of done feeling that they were always in lack emotionally or financially, I don't know. But somewhere they felt that they were not nurtured. They were not protected. They were not nurtured. They were not treated right. It was always one was the boss and the other one was always feeling lack. So I think person A says, no, it's time for me to now go out there and keep things casual, have fun, and enjoy my life, because I was very disappointed in this connection. It was very imbalanced. It was not like a good balanced connection. In fact, according to me, this soulmate bond is over. This was probably a karmic soulmate who came into my life to teach me a lesson. But right now, I'm really enjoying my single life. I want to just keep things light. I want to focus on my money. I want to grow my pentacles on my trees. I want to go and see what else is out there, instead of going back to a connection which was where I was breadcrumbed. It was never fair. There was no equal give and take. So I think person A is the one who's healing their own broken heart right now, and very successfully so, I would say. So person B, what about you? How are you feeling about this now? Three of Pentacles. What's the Three of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles. Oh yeah, person B says, you know what, if only my person will put down their barriers, I want to work on this connection. I want to be there for them now. I want to prove to them that I can make a good partner. I want to commit to them. I want to be their counterpart. Person B is pretty much ready for commitment now. Why? Because they are sensing that the other person is emotionally detaching from them, is maybe very angry and upset with them. If this person was a player in the past, I don't think they want to be a player anymore. In fact, they are very embarrassed and very ashamed of their past behavior. They want to come and offer person A, let's start anew, or let's start a brand new chapter, but they are a bit intimidated. Yeah, they are intimidated because they don't know. They are very burdened and very overwhelmed because they are seeing the other person as stronger than ever before. It's like, yeah, they have their sword up. I don't know. I don't know whether I can heal what I broke. So they are feeling pretty powerless at the moment, because they are somewhere sensing that the other person is not missing them or hurting over them, has probably released them now, not expecting them to step up anyway. So they're quite depressed. They're not sure whether their offer will be accepted, but they are going back and forth in the mind with the thought that maybe I should just rush towards them and maybe just apologize to them, maybe travel towards them and take some action, and then maybe in time things can start turning around in my favor. So, well, let's see your mutual energies then. Person A, the one who's doing all the healing and accepting being single and independent now. Yeah, person A says, you know what, this connection was full of turbulence. I'm gotten onto my own little boat, and I'm sailing towards peace and happiness in my own life now. According to them, things are over, or it's, over, death card. Things are totally over. I think person A says, I've already turned my back on this Omkaratarot. How many times will I tell you that I'm enjoying my single life now? I'm single, I'm independent. This is over. Maybe person A found out some information about person B, which was probably something they found out again and again. Maybe something about lying, cheating, ghosting, something. It's like, yeah, you know what? I've been through that cycle enough times to know that this is probably a karmic or a toxic situation. So I'm releasing this. Okay, so person B, what about you? What do these three cards mean for you? They do want to now get into that same boat with person A. They do want to restore back peace and balance into this connection, but they are very, very stressed out. I think this person is somewhere trying to tell themselves that the reason person A has put a halt to this connection is because I'm sure they have somebody new. I'm sure, they are enjoying themselves. They have a new suitor. Maybe they're talking to somebody else. Maybe they have found another new soulmate. So they are kind of spying at the moment. They are spying. They are watching. Why the Page of Swords? What you looking for, person B? They feel somewhere that person A is lying to them. They're lying to me. Maybe they just don't want to be in this connection maybe because they have another choice or something. That's why they've kind of ended things with me. So they are trying to make themselves maybe feel better that it wasn't my fault. It's person A who's probably, having a good time and they found somebody else, and I don't know. So tell me about the Three of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. This is person A who says, no, the truth is that they fooled me, and I've lost hope in this connection. I've lost faith, I've lost hope in this connection, and I don't want to have a brand new beginning because they made a fool out of me. So I think person A is the one who's been very, very disappointed, and they're busy, healing their own broken heart. While the other person is actually wanting to end the conflict now. They want to take action. They're hoping for a fortunate turn of events. They're hoping that they can travel or come towards the other person. They're hoping for a forgiveness. But as much as they want to rush back in, they are first spying. They're spying to see, I hope the coast is clear, having stress and anxiety. I don't know whether the other person will want to give me a second chance. What if they've started something new with somebody? So they're in the dark. They're in the dark, and they're trying to tell themselves that, yeah, see, I'm ready to step up, but they don't want me back now. I'm sure it's because they are, they are moving on or having a good time, or they found somebody else. So they're still not willing to accept, maybe, I think, their own fault as to why the other person walked away. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Till next time then, love and light. Take care. Namaste.